He talks a good game. He talks a good game. On the outside, he talks a good game.
Hello, welcome to On the Ed Son. I hope you're all well. So this coming weekend, we've got West Ham at home to Bournemouth, right? 5:30 kickoff. All looking good. Let me just bring up the other fixtures for this weekend. Some interesting ones, some big ones, right? Villa against Leeds. Got to see what happens there. Got to hope Villa win, right? You've got to be selfish about this now. Brentford at home to Brighton. Chelsea at home to Burnley. Yeah, got to hope for a Chelsea win. Don't want Burnley getting anywhere near us. West Ham at home to Bournemouth. I'll say for a West Ham win. Man City at home to Newcastle United. That'd be a decent game. And Palace at home to Wolves. Again, let's hope that Wolves can get a win over Palace. Forest at home to Liverpool. Let's hope Liverpool can beat them. Sunderland versus Fulham. Yeah. Whatever, it should be a good game. And then Spurs at home to Arsenal Sunday afternoon. Well, obviously we're hoping for an Arsenal win there. And then on Monday night, Everton at home to Man United. Let's have a look at the tables right now. We need those teams right above us. Forest, Spurs, Leeds, Brighton as well, and Palace. We need them to all lose. Essentially, we need all of those to lose. We need those to lose above us, keep it really tight, and if we can win, that closes the gap. That closes the gap on them, and that gets them really nervous. But we need some key players, right? We need the key players to turn up. Let's barring any injuries. We want Somerville to keep doing what he's doing. We need Bowen to come back. Yeah, he was out for the cup game, but you know, whether he's injured or whether they just saved him, I think probably just saving him to come back in and just carry on the form he's got, and hopefully we can get a goal or two out of him. But we need it. The thing is, with Bournemouth, they're no mugs. We know that. They're no mugs. Great manager. They seem to find a way to dig out players from God knows wherever they do. They always seem to, you know, have the players robbed from them, sold on, and they always seem to be doing well. Great manager, Areola. And we'll have to see how it, see what happens. Frog and well, hello, good afternoon. How are you doing, mate? How are you? Good to have you here. Good to have you in the chat. But I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night. Can't wait to get up there and have a look, see what the lads can do. I'm expecting quite a decent game, actually. I'm hoping that obviously Fernandez can do it. I'm hoping that Bowen, as I said, really comes good. And Somerville, we need our attacking players to have a good game because Bournemouth are going to come at us, and they are one of those sides that they never give up. Areola never gives up, and they never gave up when we played them down at their place. We're 2-0 up, and this is the whole fiasco of Wilson being subbed off by Nuno. And you just hope that Paco is there to tell Nuno, don't do anything like that again. You don't, when you're winning, you just keep trying to win. And hopefully we can do that. But I think it's going to be a tough game. An open game, I think it'll be quite an open game. I think Bournemouth are going to come with the intent to win, to score goals. And we've got to match them for that. It's as simple as that. I mean, I could spend 3 hours here talking about this, but we've got to win. We've got to close the gap on Forest. We've got to win. They've got to lose, right? So, you've got to be Liverpool fans this weekend. You've got to be Arsenal fans, to stop those teams just above us from getting any points. And we've got to be West Ham fans to hopefully that we can spur our lads on to get a win. But as we know, this all comes down to player performance and also tactics, right? I just wonder how Nuno's going to set up here. Is it going to be something that's been largely successful 4-4-2 for us, or is he going to go for a defensive setup, 3 at the back? We actually win out to 5 at the back. and it's not a four-man midfield, but it kind of feels like that at a time when he plays that five at the back, and then you just got a lone striker up front, or one playing off and one playing deeper. I hope it's more like a 4-4-2. I can't see it happening, especially if Tadebo's back, Desires is there. With Mavropanos as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts all three of them. The problem is, I like Tati up there. I like Tati-Wilson combination. We haven't got anything else, unfortunately, unless Pablo's, reported to be on his way back. When he'll come back, who knows? But we just need to go out there and win, don't we? We need a great result. So I can't wait for it. I'll be at the game tomorrow afternoon. Can't wait for it. I'm just. Today I feel quite confident about it, actually. I feel quite confident that we can go and get a result. We can get a result at home. Get the crowd behind us. Take it to them. But tomorrow could be a different feeling. Tomorrow I might wake up and think, you know what, I'm not so sure about this one. Because I know how good Bournemouth can be on their day. I know that they are resilient. You take players out of the mix and they seem to recover quite quickly, get other players in there. Areola, I think, is a decent manager. I think, if at the end of the season, I wouldn't be surprised if he moves on to a bigger club come knocking for him. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody like Spurs came in. Obviously, this depends whether Spurs permanently employ their manager, Igor Tudor, or whatever he's called. But I wouldn't be surprised if Areola goes to Spurs. I wouldn't be surprised. Decent manager. I would have liked him at West Ham. But, unfortunately, I don't think any manager at West Ham is really going to succeed whilst we've got these owners that we've got. But listen, let us know your thoughts for tomorrow. Any kind of predictions? Again, if we play on the front foot, if we take it to them, if Fernandes has a great game, in midfield is going to be an interesting one. Obviously, Potts is suspended. It'd be interesting to see as he starts. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Fernandes, Souček midfield, centre mid. I wouldn't be surprised. There's an outside chance Magassa would go in there as well. But I would feel pretty confident with the Fernandes, Souček, Bowen, Somerville on the left. If it was 4-4-2-ish, Tati-Wilson up there, and then just play four at the back, Wan-Bissaka. And then I would have Mavropanos and Tadebo back in there. Juve can start. And, I would put Areola back in goal. I really would. I don't see why we can't. Drainhold Hammers, I hope, thank you for joining. Hoping we go at it for this one. Want to see us really play well. Me too. It's as I always say, right now we're desperation stakes. Right now we put ourselves in a position we need to get out of any which way we can. So winning ugly, scrappy goals, scrappy late winner, I don't care as long as we get the points and 3 points. However, absolutely right, I want us to play on the front foot. I want to see a great performance, a decent performance at least. And I think, interestingly, Bournemouth are that sort of team that will lend itself to it. It will give us that kind of open game. I think it might be cagey for a little bit, for about 10 minutes. Then I think it's going to open up quite nicely. I just hope it opens up for us and not for Bournemouth. I hope they struggle, of course, and that we can, flourish in the bowl that is the London Stadium, of course. It's all up for grabs. It's in our hands, really. It's out of our hands in many ways. That's what I meant to say. But our own performances, our own ability to get points is in our hands. It's in our hands. And we need to be able to get these points and get them as soon as possible. So that's win after win after win. And once we got those wins, then we can close the gap and hopefully swap places with one or two or three of the teams above us. But if you're anything like me, I don't like this type of season. I don't like it where some people say, "Oh, well, it's keeping it exciting to the end of the season." I'm like, no, I don't want this. I don't want it to be like, oh, nail crunching time. Are we going to survive and everything like that? I want us to be talking, about moving on and doing well, being a mid-table team and, pushing on, trying to make Europe. That's what we should be talking about. Budgies in the house. Hello. Thank you. Taking a break at work. Thank you. After all, Obsidian Curse. Hello. How are you? As long as we battle from now on to the end of the season, I can live with it. In-game tactics are my biggest fear. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same. I just wonder what the tactics will be. I just wonder what Nuno's going to do. The thing is, do you trust him? Do you trust Nuno to deliver that kind of performance, that kind of positivity, that kind of ambition? He doesn't give me that confidence. In fact, I don't think we know he's never been that manager. So we know it, right? We know it, He might have had success, but doesn't mean, he's that kind of manager. He isn't. Anyway, listen, guys, I'm going to keep it short. I know it's a Friday. We're all gearing up for the game tomorrow. I just wanted to come on quickly, do this, and saying right now I'm feeling confident. Right now I think we can get in there. We have to get in there. We have to win. It's as simple as that. We must win. No ifs, no buts, no excuses, no rationalising afterwards, how managers do and players do. No, win. That's it. That's all that's anything but a win is unacceptable, right? It's just unacceptable. We have to win. We have to get those points. We have to put the pressure on. I don't want to have a situation where we are just winding down the clock. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the season, and we're still really struggling. And I think I said this a few videos ago or live shows ago. The closer we get to the end of the season, and we're still in the same position, the worse it gets. The worse it gets for all of us. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll catch you again on another video coming very soon. All I can say is tomorrow we've got to go for it. Got to go for a win. I'll be there, giving it my 2 pennies worth, and all I can say is up the hammers. I'll catch you again.